Guys, welcome back to the hills. It's October 7th. It's a little bit after 7 in the morning. I got set up here a little after 6:30. We haven't been too productive so far this year. We've got a little antlerless deer down. That's about it. We're just going to keep at it. It's finally starting to cool off here. We've got mid-40s this morning. It's supposed to get pretty cold tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. And then even colder tomorrow night. So, hopefully this weather front that we got coming through is going to get deer up and moving. This morning we're sitting down in a valley on a creek bed, sitting in a nice little oak patch. It's super thick in here. I climbed up a little ways this morning. I was actually about 5 feet higher up than I am now. Unfortunately, I just kind of happened to shine my light over and realize that I wasn't going to be able to see anything, so I had to back down a little bit. It's definitely still really green, as you can see behind me. Still really green out. It definitely feels like deer season this morning. A couple sits that I've had, it's felt like I should have been on a beach with a cold beer, but this morning it's definitely starting to feel like deer hunting weather. We're going to sit here a couple hours. The wind wasn't playing exactly how I wanted to this morning. It's actually coming this direction, and I'm not really a big fan of that because that's actually the way that I ended up coming in. I did see a little deer. I wasn't sure what it was. I couldn't see his head on my camera, which is about 100 yards that direction the way I came in. We'll see what happens either way. It's a good morning to be on a hill and in a tree. So stick around. Hope to see you soon. Well, I highly doubt I got any of that on camera. I went to get my camera turned around and the whole stinking mount came undone. footage and see if I got any of it. But I'm not thinking I did. 2 for the year. Alright, so I just played the film back. I did get a little bit of her on film. It wasn't really enough for me to be able to see exactly where I hit her at. I'm not feeling the absolute greatest. Her and another doe came up over the hill. I gotta be real quiet because that other doe could still be in here somewhere. And I really don't want her to go because I'm not exactly sure where I hit her at. But her and another doe came up over the hill right behind me, and they got on me so fast. They got on me so fast I barely had any time to set up. And when they came in, I could have swore they were going to catch my wind, because my wind is going right down this little nook behind me. And I wasn't expecting anything to come from back there anyways. I was expecting it all to come, all my action to come from that direction, which it still could. But her and that other doe came from behind me. And while I was scrambling, trying to get everything situated, I couldn't reach my camera without blowing myself, because she came up on my back and I'm in a saddle and I was really exposed and I have the sun beaming down right in my face. It's not there now because the canopy is blocking it. But when she came up, she paused and I thought she had caught my scent. Then she kept going up the hill, and at that point in time I realized she hadn't caught my scent, but it was too late to get the camera fixed on the mount. The mount, actually the swivel unscrewed on the camera. So as you saw, you could only get the end of it, the end of the shot. Either way, we're going to give it about an hour. And we're going to get down and see if we can find blood. Alright guys, it's been an hour since we took the shot. We're just gonna walk over here and see if I can find my arrow, make a decision from there. I've tried watching the footage back a couple times, but because I got so little in the angle that I was at, I can't really tell exactly where I hit her. Well, can't find the arrow. I do have blood though. I'm not exactly sure if the arrow just buried and I can't see it, or what's going on. But I do have blood, so I'm gonna slip down in here a little ways, see if maybe my arrow hung up in her. I wouldn't think it would have, as close as she was with those fixed blade broadheads. But I've seen funnier stuff, so I'll follow this blood a little ways, see if I can get some better blood and see what it is, be it gut, lung, whatever the case may be, and then we're going to go from there. So stick around. Alright, we've got pretty good blood. We're just easing along this blood trail. She's not bleeding as hard as I was thinking she would, but we are shooting fixed blade broadhead, so it's kind of expected. So we're hoping she opens up pretty quickly here in just a little bit. She's took a turn on us and started going uphill, so I don't know what she's trying to get to as far as bedding. But either way, we're on blood. And it's gonna be a pack out when we get to her. So I don't know if you can see it, but she's opening up really good going up this hill. I don't think she realizes how bad of a mistake she made doing it. We're coming up on this little road bed right here, and I'm thinking she's not going to be too much further. exactly what you want to see when you're looking for a dead deer carcass. I don't even know how to begin to describe what I'm feeling right now. This is the second time in 2 years that I've had to deal with this feeling. We've spent hours and hours out here on this mountain, miles upon miles, searching for this doe, and the blood just dried up on me. I'm not too pleased right now, and I know that this is all just part of deer hunting. It's all part of bow hunting, to be more specific, but this is not the part that I like, and this is not the part that I live for. I live for hunting, I live for chasing animals on these mountains, but this I'm not okay with. I'm pretty confident that deer is gonna die, which makes it even worse in one sense, but I guess it makes it better in another. It'll probably be a pretty crummy death, just being honest, because if I've got shot her, it's not good, man. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We get out here and we do the best we can to be ethical. We practice all summer long. We make sure we get the best equipment that we can afford, all for that one moment, and then just something happens. And whether it's your fault or not, at the end of the day, you're the one who released the arrow or pulled the trigger or whatever the case may be, and it's your responsibility. And it's a crummy feeling, whether it was in your control or not. It's a really, really crummy feeling. But this is it. This is bow hunting. This is Appalachian bow hunting. There's a lot of highs and a lot of lows. We're gonna wander around for a few more hours and see if we can just stumble upon her, but I have a feeling that's gonna be all she wrote for this one. Well, I think the mystery is solved, and it's 100% my fault. 100%. I probably should have just backed out and watched that footage on a computer. I could have swore I lung shot her. And I made an assumption that did not go my way. So what we're gonna do now, though, head to the truck, call the dog, see what he thinks. But unfortunately, I know what that answer is gonna be. So we'll see you at the truck. Hey guys, that's gonna do it for today. To say I'm disappointed is an understatement. That's my third experience now with either a bad shot or whatever the case may be. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I know when I get back and run this footage on a computer and actually get to zoom in and everything like that, I know that's what's going to be. But yeah, as I said, it's my third experience with that, and only the last two experiences, so the one today and the last one that I had, have come within the course of less than a year. You know, there's so many mistakes that you can make with a bow chasing game animals, especially one as finicky and as fast as a white-tailed deer. I truly hate it. I know that deer is somewhere up there on that mountain, and she is probably, if she hasn't gone already, she is probably going to die here very soon. With that being said, and this doesn't justify anything that happened, so please don't take it the wrong way, what I'm about to say. The fortunate part of all this is that God has designed this whole world so perfectly that even though I messed up and I don't get to harvest that animal and I don't get to consume that animal, there's a lot of critters up there on that mountain that will. From bugs to coyotes. I know that she will not actually go to waste as far as her body and her resources to the earth. And what they don't eat obviously is going to just decompose, and so fresh meat like that, you know, I know she's not going to be wasted. However, like I said, that doesn't justify what happened. I know she's still going to suffer, and that will eat at me for a long time. The other two still eat at me to this day, so I don't think it'll ever stop eating at me. But like I said, that's going to do it. Until next time, see you on the hill.